hate it or love it, but the Gutenberg editor is here. Sure, it wasn't great at the beginning, but it is improving, and in fact, there are so many new features that will make your workflow a lot more efficient. So in this video, I'm going to show you 10 Gutenberg editor tips and tricks that I wish I knew earlier, and hopefully some of these tricks will make you love Gutenberg editor even more. So let's get into it. Okay, for the number one, it's actually quite simple. This feature has been around for years, but honestly, I only knew this fairly recently. So when I want to add a new block, I usually click on this button and then I'm going to type the name of the block or the pattern. But you can actually type slash and then type the name of the block. For example, I'm going to type gallery here and the block will appear. It's as simple as that. You don't have to manually click on that button to add a new block. So this, I think, is a much better approach. Moving on, the next thing that I wish I knew earlier is there are plenty of settings hidden in the Gutenberg editor. So if you click on the editor, there will be this part of the screen that appear and you can see a lot of settings here, but many of them are actually not there. So if you click here, you will see this setting, and if you click this button, you will see even more settings available. You can change the font, spacing, you can change orientation, drop cap, letter case, etc. All of these settings are inherently hidden, so every time you click on the block, you have to be diligent and find what is the new feature or what is the setting available for this particular type of block. Okay, for the tips number 3, you can use a mobile view or a tablet view when you are editing your content. In this example, I have this bio link, and even though I'm using desktop, I think it is better to simulate the mobile environment so I can see what it is going to look like when my visitors are viewing this content on their mobile device. To enable the mobile view, you can click on this icon and then click mobile, and the screen will automatically adjust to this new size. And you can still edit the content. You can click on any block and you can customize a lot of things. So that is my recommendation when it comes to editing a content made for a specific type of device. One thing that I didn't like when I'm using the Gutenberg editor is that when I click on any block, there will be this toolbar, and sometimes it is blocking the other element. And in my opinion, this is a little bit annoying. Actually, you can move this toolbar to this area, so it will stay there similar to the classic editor. To make that happen, you can click on this icon and then enable top toolbar. So the toolbar will move to the top side of the screen, and it is a lot more consistent and I think easier to access. Normally, people would add an image block when they want to add an image to their editor. So this is the usual way of adding an image, but you can actually just drag and drop the image to the editor and it will be uploaded immediately. So for example, if I drag this picture to this area, and it will be uploaded instantly. It is as simple as that, and I think this is very beneficial if you're working with multiple screens. Still, about uploading an image, you can actually paste your screenshot in the editor without having to manually paste the photo to an editor and then you have to upload it as a file. For example, if I screenshot this window and then if I press Ctrl V on this area, it will be uploaded instantly. So that's going to be very useful if you're working on a tutorial article or guide that requires a lot of screenshots. Still, about copy and paste, you can embed a video from YouTube or content from other sites simply by pressing Ctrl and V of their URL, and it will be displayed on the editor instantly. So normally you're probably going to have to add the embed block, which is useful, but you don't have to do that. You can just copy and paste the URL into the editor. So I think that's a lot faster. For the next tips, the Gutenberg editor has a lot of keyboard shortcuts. For example, if I press Shift Alt Z, it's going to remove the content. If I press Shift Alt 2 or 3, it will change the heading type of this content. If you want to see more keyboard shortcuts, you can click on this menu and then select keyboard shortcuts, and you will be greeted with tons of options available. Try to use some of them and you will appreciate how useful they are. If you care a lot about the word count, WordPress Gutenberg editor comes with its built-in word counter. To see the number of words in your document, just click on the document overview and then go to outline, and you will see the number of characters, words, and also the time to read the entire article. So I think it's very helpful if you want to get a general sense about how long your document is. For the next tip is the list view. So list view is extremely useful to get the bird's eye view of your document, and then you can also move around content by click and drag. So it's extremely useful. But by default, this feature is hidden. If you want to make it always visible, you can click on this icon and then go to preference. After that, you can go to general and make sure that always open list view is enabled. After you apply the setting, this list view will always open every time you open a document editor. And the list view is also useful for managing nested content like this. For example, I have a background video, and then there is also content on top of it. There is text, buttons, and if you expand, you'll see there are many content available here. So sometimes it can be very difficult to access certain block because they are being overlapped by another block. So the list view can help with that. Anyway, if you want to learn more about how to add a video background like this, check out this video and I'll see you there.